So we're going to tackle this off first, of course, watching Soulstain's video. One thing I do want to point out too, I made it in the comments as well as the post for the video at the time. This is all meant to be for healthy discussion. At no point, if your opinions are different from someone else's, should I say, don't go to Soulstain's videos and type anything negative in the comments kind of thing. As you can see, I personally have subscribed myself. I'm still going to support him in any way, shape, or form. It's just maybe there's the potential that he sees something or thinks something that may just be inaccurate. So in no way is this meant to be a let's all gang up on one person situation. This is actually a video series that is meant to be based on trying to make it so the community can function again without these accusations. And if there is something to be true, well, then we'll see it. We'll be able to make enough notes and be like, you know what, this does look like it, or this does not. That is the main mindset. This is episode number 2 that we're going to be tackling. This is a healthy discussion. You're allowed to have a different opinion. Don't think that. Don't think just because you have a different opinion, you don't have a voice. You do. But that's how we're going to approach the subject. It's a subject for everyone to have the community come together. Come together. You know, we don't want anything to be separated. We want everyone to be able to compete with one another. And, you know, let's just get into the video, guys. Let's just get into the video.
And I wanted to make it, I guess. You know, I live with the criticisms. People are giving opinion, they put it upon a pedestal. A pen for your thoughts, but I never asked for change. My work ethic's ridiculous, and yours is not the same.
Something I do also want to point out, which is as well the reason why I brought my in-game. I personally play this game at 800 DPI. So DPI is something, a setting you put into your mouse, controlling the amount of distance that you're moving with your cursor. So in other words, if you were to have it say at 800 like myself, it moves like so. If I had it at 1200, I would be zipping across the screen if I moved it as normally as I did. I could move it to 400 and I would be moving at half the speed. So that's something to keep in mind too. This is continuing into something about DPI. I play at 800 and I play with my sensitivities at 16%, 4%, 2%, and a 1. So keep that in mind because this is going somewhere. I play at 800 DPI with this sensitivities, okay? Now here is a huge factor about Rise gameplay. Most professional players, when they play at 800 to 400. That is the average area, majority actually going to 400 so they can have more accurate control over their cursor. Someone like Rai, who is an exemplary exception to that, plays at 1200 DPI. And just to prove that, we actually have email proof as well to go with this. We're going to bring this over here. This is their DPI. They play at 1200. So just to confirm, this is a screenshot of Rai's screen at 1200 DPI. This is the DPI he plays at. Now to keep in mind too. So I play at 800. He plays 400 more than I do. Recall my percentages. I play at 15%, 4%, 2%, and 1. Look how high his sensitivity is. This is his play style. This is how he practices his gameplay. So when you see weird flicks across the screen, realize that is a 1200 DPI player at 84% no scope. I play at 800 DPI at 15%. Huge, huge difference. So when you see a flick around the screen, this is what you see, 100%. So that's just something I wanted to let you guys be aware of, a little knowledge on actual sensitivities and controls before we go into this footage. So that's one of the biggest aspects that you need to be aware of before we go into any of this. So dear Rai, it took a lot of time to prove that you are a cheater. I was the first to notice this and I will finish it all. Okay. The new fragment that you yourself provided me, that's another thing. Why would someone ever produce evidence to the person? So this is again where you start to wonder, if someone's going to try and send you something to convince you otherwise, why would they send you the ones that incriminate them? This almost makes you think that this could potentially be someone just wanting to see something. And I mean, we've caught him wrong once. It's almost scary to think he could have been wrong a second time. You can hear everyone talking as well. This is actual footage of the players because this was Rai talking. This is him supposedly with aim on. Again, missing several shots. He reacts to the dropping. Shoots accidentally down again. Keep in mind, he's a high sensitivity player. And he's supposedly aiming on at this point. Hitting nothing. And this is actually something I'm going to be coming back to at some point, so let's keep that in mind. We're going to keep watching here. Yet he can hit every single one of those recoil shots properly. So if he has aim lock on earlier on, and not here, how is he hitting every shot of his recoil perfectly? He clearly knows how to recoil shoot properly, to not have missing targets and variations. As you can see, he's attempting for shots. He's clearly not shooting at the rock. He's going for the sides of the heads. He's just not connecting. At that point, that person pokes out a little, he takes his shots. Elimination. Again, not as big of an issue. So no aim lock has been mentioned at this point. They're just saying this is whatever gameplay. And again, supposedly, aim lock. Where's the blood splatter? Again, like, no damage at these points if they're aim locking. There we go. And here's something, look at this. Look at the cursor. He overshoots. He moves back. He overshoot and then moves back. Aim lock doesn't have to overshoot. It stops on the target. And here's aim off. And here's one thing I wonder. This was actually the part that we're questioning. See this? This is aim off. This is aim off. Look at this gameplay. Look how close the target is to his cursor. Tell me, we're at 206, just to keep in mind. Now, if I hop back over to, where was it, 29 seconds, 28, where he has aim on? What is the difference between this aim on? What is the difference between this aim on and the aim off that we just saw? Right? He's focusing on the target the best he can. He's not connecting his shots. But at the same time, when they want to say aim is off here, it's the exact same aiming. There is no deviation in his aiming whatsoever. He's just not hitting his shots. At this point, he gets a nice little hit there, that's a good little shot. He knew exactly where he's heading, connected. And this was just a good play. This was honestly just a good play. Right here, I slowed this down to like 0.25 when I watched it repeatedly. Like watched it 5 or 6 times over. You can notice right here when he jumps, head showing. Shoots, hits the head. Now watch, he slows, he moves it over. Yes, he moves it over to the top of the shield. You know, for someone that plays this game, like, yeah, why would you go past the shield if you know how to aim? And that's a repeat video, I want to keep that in mind. It's like a repeat, boom, 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 boom. Like, he's not going right, then flicking back left again over and over. This is a repeat clip. This is Valkyrie Bud. This is someone who has confirmed aim locking, hacking of sorts. This person has been confirmed. And as you can see, this player was immediately blocked by the Rai clan. But why is he worse than Rai? The fact is that he uses software very noticeable, unlike Rai. I'm gonna be honest, I caught Bud streaming the other day. He had it on display capture and not game capture. I waited a half hour before I told him, you realize your ESP is currently showing on stream, right? I literally waited a half hour before, yeah. And then I mentioned to him, so you know you're on display capture and your ESP is showing, right? Whoops, he instantly changed it back to game capture. You know, there's a distinct difference there. And with the sake of being said, he was caught and immediately removed from the clan. No defense on the guy's case, no anything. He was removed instantly, not allowed to come back. You know what's something else I noticed? That even though this happened and these Valkyrie explanations or the Rai accusations have happened, their clan is still alive and striving. I can pull up their Discord right now and I can bring you on over here. You know, let's bring this over for a sec. Does this look like a dead server to you? You know, do any of these, like, no one's left. Why would they continue to stay and support such a clan if that is who their leader is? Look at all these Valkyrie members. They don't see a reason to leave and they play with this man. So that's another factor just to keep in mind. Anyways, let's keep hopping over to some more footage here. Again, this is all just video footage. We're going to talk about it and you guys get to come to your own conclusions. So let's see this. This does look a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. This is a weird looking clip. Because yes, he goes to aim up at first, sees the one target, and then he turns left. But at the same time, we have no knowledge who's up there. We have no clue. You know, it's a factor I didn't actually check out as well. He shoots up at this target. Another gun reaction happens at the left. He flicks left. Boom, there you go. That's actually something I never took the time to think about before. That was something I recognized just pausing it right there, and I noticed two different angles. Look at the map. So if he is aware of his map and he watches it. Gunshot. Gunshot, person. Gunshot, person. Scopes in. Takes a shot. Hits one bullet. Person disappears. Second gunshot appears. He flicks to the gunshot direction. Sees the target. Hits it. Like, I admit, at first it looks a little weird how it goes, but now that I just pause that and check that, boom, right then and there, it shows the second marker reacting. And admittedly, this is one of Soulstain's older videos, and one of the biggest things that we personally were able to recognize when we talked about Reyes' video was the fact that Soulstain was consistently avoiding the fact that the mini-map told much more than what the screen did. Right then and there, that shows that. It shows the extra gun flick to the right, or to the left, sorry. And he reacts to that gunshot to the left, finds the target, and hits it. Doesn't kill him, hits him though. So, we can say that all newcomers and do not understand anything, but a fragment made by you in many moments proves your violations. Epic fail. So, you know, that's, I guess, his opinion there. I feel like we're starting to get somewhere else when it comes to that topic though. This does not make sense to me. This and the next one that comes out. These two comments. So this one and the one you're about to see. All fragments of the video were shown to the developers, which gave me a positive verdict. Rye really used software. You showed some developers the video footage. They took the time to listen to you, and that makes you think it's a positive thing that he uses software because the developer was willing to say, oh really? Let me see what you got. You gotta keep in mind, Rye is Portuguese, we have no real connection whatsoever, so I am not defending a random person and just reading things and being like, yo, come on, bruh, like, you really talking about my buddy that way? That's not the case here. That's not the case. If you look in chat, you can go type in, you know, from Azzy or something. You'll see that the most time I was active in there is when one of my best friends had joined the clan at the time. And now that they're no longer really in the game anymore from their actions, I'm not in there as often anymore. You'll be able to see that there's no real connecting history between myself and Rye for me to want to defend the person. Whereas Reyes, I had a bit more of concern as I do have multiple years of history with him. And, you know, I was concerned that people would think I'm defending a friend. This is not one of those situations. I am friends with the person I'd like to think. We're on friendly terms. And of course we respect each other. But in no way is it a, you know, in no way is it like a bond where I feel like I need to protect this person. And then here's the second one. Why Rye is still not blocked? No one knows. That's true. So why is it that Bud was able to receive 2 bans and currently if he receives 1 more will be permanent, while Rye supposedly is not once receiving anything for it? And with that mindset, when people search for hackers, they scan the application to see any anomalies in it. So if Rye is an issue, he's been brought to developers, he's been researched, and the fact is he's popping off constantly. He hasn't received 1 ban for anything. So that is Soulstain's video on the topic. That is for where his opinions are. And, well, I feel like we just debunked a lot of things right there. But that is not the only footage we're checking out. We have multiple other things that's going to help his name. One of these things specifically being his Rye montage video number 9. Something I noticed, I have never subscribed to this man yet. If you noticed too, I did mention at the start of the video, this was made on February 13th, whereas Soulstain's video was made on the 11th of the same month. So 2 days after the event took place, Rye uploaded this footage. One of the best, and it's a great way to help himself show that he is innocent, is you'll notice in his video footage, Look at the left side of this camera. He records his actual screen for you. Where's the ESP? Where's the aimbot? Where are the hacks? Look at that beautiful aim. Look at this sensitivity. He is playing at a very high sensitivity right now. Connecting his shots, connecting them, keeping awareness constantly.
You're never gonna make it.
I'm gonna turn this down a little bit for music wise. You know, he comes up, finishes his target. Good aim, continuing the aim. Sees the marker, so he knows the person's there. I'm sure you can see it on the map too. Like, look how steady he can hold it still. He's very steadily holding it, and you can see on the side camera. No aimbot, no ESP, no indication of anything. This is his legitimate screen he's playing on at the time. As you can tell, the quality's very garbage, but we've all seen what ESP looks like on a screen. Right? So it's definitely not the case. You know, he sees the markers, he's reacting. Huge reactions again. Again, keep your eye on there. He sees the car, I'm sure he's aware of to react to it at some point. Yes, and there he does, he reacts to it. You know, this is some good footage. This is, look how well he locked onto that. And supposedly an admin said not cheating. There we go. So we have some people in chat supposedly that were actually very focused on it, asked the devs themselves, and they were told it's not cheating. So I feel like I need to see that myself just to be able to like voice that's a fact in this video. But like right there, beautiful aim. Again, we had the screen the entire time. This video alone as a response video, I feel should have shut it down. So when I saw him in L8 tournaments, when I saw he was in the World Cup, I figured his name was clear. I didn't think this video had to exist anymore. You know, like me making this video right here and now, just on the subject. But it does feel like it is a topic that still needs to happen. There's still people within the community that believe so. That, you know, this person with such a high sensitivity is able to pop off in such a way. Look at those spins. This was crazy. The way he spins back and forth. So we're going to continue in the video here. So again, you know nothing about this community. So you can hop on my Discord there, Kiwi, if you want, and we'll definitely get some good information for you there. There's a bunch of tournaments. We've had about like $3,000 in tournaments over the past 2 months. And coming the 21st, we have a $1,000 mobile tournament coming up, as well as 3 more tournaments coming in the upcoming Saturdays. You play browser Fortnite? There you go. But yeah, again, so we're going to keep watching the footage here. As you can tell, we're still keeping accurate here. It's downloading? Good stuff. When you go to open up the file, it's going to give you a warning thing. Just disregard it, go right through it. It's because the original client is a Japanese client, and so it's out of country, and it gives you a bunch of warnings because it doesn't register as a whatever. Huge accuracy. That's actually something I want to record back up on just to watch that, because that is a very distant shot and he is very accurate when he does so. Full screen that bad boy too. No ESP, no aimbot. As you can tell, he's missing, but at the same time, when he's not missing, he is lasering. And there we go. Goes for a quick little finish there. Finds himself some targets. Nice swap. He's aware where the target is. Quick little flick to get there. I'm actually curious as to how many hours exactly Ride does have in this game completely. That would be interesting to know. But again, good reaction times, and also too, here's another thing to know is as he's coming over top, he doesn't have a head to shoot. The one moment he did, he shot at it, but the moment it wasn't there, he wasn't shooting at that marker anymore. So that's another thing to recognize, like when we were watching him kill Blessed in that first clip there over top and he hits just the head of it. He does aim for that more than often. This man's good at he really is, and that's what's created the Accusations. Someone that doesn't speak everyone's language, someone who is a clan leader who pops off repeatedly in tournaments and can't openly say, F you guys, I'm not a hacker kind of thing. And so the Accusations have built up, and he can't really defend himself when everyone's screaming in English and he's in Brazilian going, or Portuguese going, well, however you say in Portuguese, please stop. Can you confirm it is Portuguese that he speaks? I know if you're in chat still. So, you know, that's another video. That is, so we've watched over the accusation videos, we've debunked multiple. We just spent 4 minutes watching a video where this man literally records his actual camera screen for you. Every moment of it. And it's Turkish that he speaks. Okay, it's Turkish. Right, and then with cut speaking, yeah, true. So we have some more footage here as well. I did go over this. Just looking over some regular gameplay. Again, we are using the screen. He has made sure, recently when he's put out his last video, he actually didn't do a screen of any sort. He did a lot of shotgun gameplay where you can actually see he hits some, he misses some, but he pops off in general. So he does do montage videos, like the last one was number 9. He just recently released number 10. So if you guys are interested, give him some love on YouTube too. We'll make sure we show you his channel at the very end of the video. You know, let's watch him wander. Let's watch him wander and look for a kill for a moment here. Let's just go through this footage. We have, I believe, about 18 minutes more of this man doing some gameplay footage that we're going to go through. And, you know, that should be about all we need to do for the subject. I feel like we're already starting to hit a really good spot, though. I feel like we've already talked about enough subjects that we're going to start entering something that could actually be proving, you know, that this man has innocence. Is it pay to win like CD and its harvesting thing? No, it's not, Kiwi. You are all good there when it comes to that. All things are cosmetic. There's only like one thing that feels barely play to win, and it's actually, see this 4-seater car? There's a skin for it that feels like it has a bit more of a 4x4 momentum to it. But you really don't get kills in a car, and to be honest, half the time when you're fighting a good player, the moment they start shooting your car, you're jumping out of it because they can blow that thing up real fast. You know. So no, there is no pay to win in this game. There is only cosmetics, and the one thing that maybe people could argue with is a car skin that really is not effective anyways, when the only reason for a car is to get from point A to point B. You can get eliminations with cars, but it's in no way easier with the other skin. So watch some footage. We'll admit this man has actually roamed around for 2 minutes, not finding a single target. He sees a truck right beside him. Potentially will hop out. Again, just getting some bandage. I'm not sure exactly what footage was meant to be in this clip that was meant to be in any way, you know. As you can see, again, we're actually more or less watching his gameplay here. We're watching his game sense as to how he looks around the map, how he checks things. Notice how he enters that building and he looks up top? Remember how last tournament stream that I just did, I talked about the sake of someone hiding in there, and for the sake if you choose to hide on the upper side roof, that you could actually get the drop on someone? Rai is aware of that. He looks up when he enters the building. He double checks, just in case. Notice how he's going through every single building as well. He double checks, picks up a grenade. Again, his screen is on the left side there. It is showing all of his footage from the display. As well too, here's another thing to recognize in his footage. He's playing on display capture. He has all of his things down below. You can see he has no extra tab. There is no extra tab. You cannot open up anything else there. He has his OBS. He has his voice recording, or his like sound microphone. He has his NVIDIA graphics up, he has his actual headphone sound, his internet, and then another sound option. All of these apps in the background right now are all legitimate apps. One is for your graphics, one is for your streaming, and the rest is audio or your internet. While he's also recording his screen, which as you can see, look how this is popped open, look how that's popped open. This shows that this is the same screen at the same time, other than the fact clearly they're doing the same actions at the same time in game too. Are cars super hard to drive in this game? No, motorbikes are impossible to drive. Well, not impossible, but they're pretty annoying to drive. Cars are pretty darn amazing. Trucks are slow. Trucks feel slow. You can go up to 200 kilometers in a car, if not over. It's just there's a glitch sometimes where if you drive too fast, well, it's not a glitch actually. I'm pretty sure it's just an actual mechanic. If you drive too fast in a car, it will kick you from the seat. So if you go like 210 kilometers and just straight up just go, yeah. But when it also comes to fall damage and car damage, you can only take a maximum of half of your maximum health. So, you know, if someone were to drop from 10,000 feet in the sky, they'd only lose 50 of their 100. They would then lose 25 of their 50. So here's something actually, we finally have our first combat situation breaking loose here. Now let's notice how he reacts to this. He's looking down, he's looking left, he flicks left, he sees that car there. And at that point he knows it's the target. Do you think a man of ESP would literally stare off downtown while there's a person that would be right there? I don't, personally, at all. I think I would have at least looked that way, seen the car, and then convinced myself to keep looking that way to see the person, you know? Like if I were to really have to like try and be conniving about it. Conniving. Sees the footsteps, nice little reaction, beautifully done. Oh, wait. Oh, are we about to see something sexy here? Oh yeah. Oh, keep going, baby. Like, look at this gameplay. You think this is the gameplay of someone that doesn't know how to play the game? Like, you know, this is insane gameplay. This is someone going over the top. Look at his aim. Good shots, good connections. In no way at any point was he locking on ever. That's a nice shot there as he's falling. As you can see, he just took a lot of fall damage there. Holy cow. You know, this is good gameplay. As you can tell, he does play at low config graphics as well. There's no real grasses hanging out there, so that does help his accuracy a bit. Some nice connecting shots. Again, that sensitivity, the way his camera just boom, 180 degrees, 140 degrees, and just up the hill. Like, that's a fast sensitivity. Again, this is just showing gameplay awareness. This is showing some good gameplay awareness right now. Is this you fighting him right now? You know what, this is true. Weren't you actually in the hacker accusation for being up here too? That's so true, so true. This is your yeah, this was Reyes was actually accused of hacking while he was standing on this side of the hill. This is supposedly a hacker versus hacker fight now that I'm realizing it. And then Save just comes out and completely third parties the situation. This video footage actually just shows that he can play at god tier modes, but at the same time, he can easily get third partied at any point. I feel like that's a good video footage. I didn't realize what that footage was showing. I may have actually not watched that one at the time when I downloaded it, but that's actually great footage just showing that he has the gameplay values, but he can get jumped just like any other player. He has no ESP. He's not flicking to aim lock on no one. Like, he can't get himself out of a situation when things get that hot sometimes, and he will die because, you know, every player has the ability to die in this game. Yeah, that was just a good in general clip. I feel like just showing his gameplay in general, again, utilizing the screen, showing that there's 0 apps as he has gone into whatever mode this is, window mode, I'm assuming, and, you know, made sure to show he opens up the entire thing. You can see every application open. You're gonna head out, Tom. I'll catch you later. Thanks for hanging out. Rise says I have videos from L8's tournament on my channel. Oh, there you go. Yeah, and I think I have most of the L8 tournament recorded as well. And then we also have the winner of the F4 tournament. This is another footage. This will be the last video we watch on it, and then we can turn on the Jeopardy music, and we can give our final opinions, and I can read out some of your comments. So we're just gonna watch this. We're gonna just enjoy it for what it is for now. We'll go from there, guys. Also want to double check the date on this video. December 12th. This is a much older video as well. Much older video. It's almost 2 months old at this point. Did I not just sub to these guys? I did. It just must be because of a different tab. So keep in mind, this is almost 2 to 3 months ago that this video was taken. Chrome's been acting up ever since the Windows 10 update, to be honest, Kiwi. Even I've been having PC issues because of it. Like memory issues and everything. Service host issues. Okay, keep on watching here. I'm curious if we can actually fast forward to any specific combat. And I feel like one thing we're watching here too that's able to be pointed out is the fact that they're not racing anywhere. They're actually staring, as far as I'm aware, at nothing. So we're going to keep watching. Oh, there we go, actually. No, sorry, we do have actual players here. So we are going to backtrack to see exactly what does gain their focus then. As they clearly notice someone or something at some point. There you go, you can see them on the roof. Wait. No, that's actually the tree. That was just the tree at a weird angle. It wasn't them on the roof, sorry. Alright, so they stop for some loot. I admit I haven't fully watched this one yet, I guess. Something I just wanted to see if I can recognize for. Okay, so I wonder if God's the one that saw something then. Yeah, because God's staring exactly where they're at. Rye actually came to look left. So there you go. There's something that I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. I was wondering exactly who noticed the target first. So if you notice God, at this point, you'll notice as it comes over top, look where they're staring. They are staring directly at the target. Rye has reacted to God's commentary about the fact that there is a target down the way. He is looking into the storm for this target. God, right there. Rye, probably noticing, turns, sees the target, begins shooting. That's a very, very small detail. As you saw, I just had to rewatch it 4 to 5 times to see the detail, but there it was. It was there. That was him reacting to God's gamer sense of saying, hey, there's a target this way. Valkyrie Rye came over top, checked it out. I used to see there too another gamer sense thing. They know for the sake that the car can sometimes not bust straight through the wall. So for safety, he actually shoots out a chunk, possibly contemplating, but no, he just repositions to actually head the other direction. Again, gamer sense in a nutshell right then and there. That's a huge play. That little like preemptive, just whatever placement. Now they can hop right in and go. Let's see what continues to happen here. Let's see how it ends. What are the requirements to make a Twitch team? I think you can just make one, to be honest. The auto host system. Nice shot connections. A little bit of left and right deviation as he does it. Attempt some grenade toss. By the way, aimbot does work for grenades as far as I'm aware, like it would shoot perfectly. Clearly wasn't being utilized there, as he would have got a knock right then and there. There we go, they hop into the car and they're gone. Just like that, no hesitation. In the car and out, just like pros would. Unfortunately, hitting the rock on the way in, but I'm gonna be honest, everyone hits the rocks on the way in. So I guess this is footage of someone else spectating, so I'm curious exactly who Rye killed and decided to record this footage. Unless it's just someone spectating Rye just in general as a, you know, let me record your footage for you. Rye and God fled from the same place as the boat. So let's see them make their way in, and as far as I'm aware, this is a victory for them. These guys actually won the tournament. So, you know, again, where Accusations starts coming out, like, they won. They won. So when you start thinking about that, there's potentially going to be a tug-of-war of people saying, hey, accusations over the sake of these guys are kicking butt, they're doing it right. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's see how long it takes them to find someone. Let's see what they're doing here. They hop out, grab that extra cube. Perfect. Awareness definitely on key. They see someone right in front of them, right by the drop. They notice the second person to the right as well, it looks like. Yes, they do. So he reacts to it perfectly. Pain actually taking out God there. Rye looking for a better camera angle, not finding it. Oh geez, someone right in their face. Beautiful reaction though. As you can tell, they definitely had to lock onto their target in some way, shape, or form. It wasn't just a boom on them shooting. They went, whoa, and then locked on when they realized exactly where the shots were meant to go. You know, I don't see in the footage, guys. I feel like if anything, it just makes him look good. It just makes him look like a really good player and a reason why he's a clan leader. You know? Why he deserves to be a clan leader. He's stopping the car for his teammates. He's positioning it so that way they can fluidly work together. He's reacting to everything that their teammates are communicating, and even then, like, stopping to make sure his teammates got that extra cue. Throw by the house, see if God needs in there quickly. No, you don't? Okay, let's get back on in. Boom, just like that. Checking out the whole area. You know, again, if he had ESP, he wouldn't need to be scoping a whole area for this amount of time. He would just be hopping in the car and going somewhere. Like they are now, after saying, no one is in this area that we need to worry about. So, yeah, you know, I almost felt like I'd be rolling my eyes as I was going through this footage, and I feel like I'm trying to hold back rolling my eyes right now at the fact that there's even accusations on this topic. I mean, I need to see much heavier proof and concrete evidence, especially when half the footage that is meant to be evidence is from Rye to the people themselves trying to have a different opinion for them. Like, no one's gonna send video evidence that would incriminate themselves, but these people choose to push that it is. And then we're gonna watch a bunch of other video footages where winning is on the line for these people. These are tournament gameplays that we're watching right now. Where's the hacking gameplay? Personally, like, I don't know if anyone else has seen something. Kiwi's brand new to the game, but he's played Creative Destruction. He knows what a hacker looks like. I'm guaranteed he does. And he just thinks this man's goated. And I agree. I 100% agree that he is just a goated man. They missed one? Did they miss a target? You know, and there's Soulstain dying 20th place into the thing there, you know? He's probably not too happy about that. These guys winning, and he's probably thinking, these guys are hackers. I'm gonna, you know, like, I'm mad. Maybe I would have had a better chance had these guys not been here. And yeah, maybe you would have, but not because they're hacking, but because they're just that damn good. You know? Maybe that's just me. Okay, we got some gun. We'll see what the gunshots look like here. Again, he flicks hard left. This is another thing you notice. He always starts to his right, and he moves left on the target. And he sometimes overshoots. But sometimes he doesn't, and it hits. And it hits good. It hits hard. You know, that's Valkyrie Sarah. As far as I'm aware, Sarah's still in the clan, are they not? So if they felt they were dying to a hacker, which also their clan leader, why would they stay? Yeah. Okay, I'm doing it. Rolled my eyes at least once for this video.
Yeah, baby.
You know, it's... I don't know, guys. We're hitting the last couple of minutes here. We can scroll through a bit more. See a couple more shots. There we go. Let's look at this. Miss, 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 miss. Good attempt shots, though. Definitely in the area of the target, trying to track them, just not hitting. Gunshots over to their higher right. There you go, he's slightly reacting to it, but he just does a 360 spin actually, because he's got that high sensitivity. I probably never move more than a quarter at a time, it feels like, to be honest. Unless like I distinctly tell myself I need to turn around completely. You know what's crazy thought too? There's 10 people left in this final circle. That's actually pretty cool for duos.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all
Right, fan. There you go.
even now in this very room. out your window, or when you turn on your television.
You can tell they're playing the circle smart. They're not just racing in there with the mindset they can take everyone out. They're playing it smart, playing it well. This was that footage that we saw before from the very first Soulstain video, actually. I'm recognizing this part right here, so we're actually going to see some prior combat to it. That's crazy to think that they actually took that one small clip and tried to make that look like a hacker accusation. Now that I realize how that one small clip that they put on repeat like 4 times, that was literally just like a 2-second period in this video. It's not cool. I don't like that at all. I don't like the fact that that was a thing. That it's knowledge now. That was... It almost looks like a intentionally baited clip, hoping to make something look bad. You know, they're pushing up this hill beautifully. See these tactics, this team play going on right now? Like, this is insane gameplay. He's rolling back downhill, wanting a few more heals. He realizes no one's pushing up on him like that.
That you are a slave.
This person's definitely out for the Rye fan club. And there you go. There was the last elimination there. And I believe that was because God ended up taking out whoever the one person was. The knocked player came out as an elimination. And there we have it, guys. There we honestly have it. I don't feel like there's really much more to be said on the topic. Yet again, we are hitting something. Oops. This works. We're hitting something that is basically just... I don't know. I'm starting to question as to what Soulstain has supposedly ever confirmed as a real hacker, other than Bud, who, yes, he got banned twice for it. He was notably a hacker of any sort. So guys, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds here. Think of your opinions here. If you have a comment on what you feel, if you feel Rye is innocent, if you feel he is guilty, and if you have a reason behind why you think that, please take this moment, 30 seconds, type it in, think about it, and we can read it out, and I feel like that's about the end of the conversation. I'm personally convinced he doesn't hack. I personally feel like we've watched 20-30 minutes of footage that proves that he doesn't hack. And Rye has consistently, since the issue appeared, been wanting this resolved. Constantly focus on the mindset of, we want to be proven innocent. I want to continue playing this game, growing my clan, participating with the community in tournaments, and proving myself as just an amazing player. That's been the position of Rye ever since these accusations have come out. No point did he go into hiding. At no point did he decide to say, you know, believe what you want, I don't care. He was adamantly telling people, I do not hack, I do not do this. And he adamantly continues to prove it. And I feel one of the hugest things is the fact that he's playing on display capture with a recording of his monitor and a distinct showing that it is the exact same screen. You know, hacking is, yes, you can hide it to a huge extent. You could hide it behind game display. You could reduce the hitboxes to a ridiculous number so when it finally locks on, it's like boom right there. But he did everything to prove that he's not. Everything. There's really nothing more you could do than sending his computer off to the FBI or something and saying, break it apart and tell me I am or not. Like, there's really no much further you could go on that. So until someone is able to come out with distinct footage, and I mean distinct footage, that this is the case, I think this has been put to rest. Coming from Reyes, he doesn't hack, or have never, he doesn't hack, or have never seen anyone hide it better. But yeah, don't think he hacks. Boosted Monkey, I think he's hacking because he shot someone. Honestly, that's just obvious, isn't it? It's not like we can move our fingers or hands depending what you play on. Right? Okay, yeah, sure. Exactly. But no, that's exactly Boosted. And Mikuraki, with knowing how high his DPI has really changed my opinion. He is clean. And I personally never investigated him. You're clean. There you go. And yeah, and that's another thing. So if you guys have, you know, I realize this video has gone on for a moment now. But just to realize, when we talked at the very beginning, we talked about the DPIs and how he plays at such a huge level. There's people that actually play Overwatch at a professional level, they play at 2500 DPI. There are people who play at such excessive numbers. It's true, it exists. So to see that Rye plays at 1200, not a surprise. You know, and that, personally, if you need to, there's proof of it. You can Google it up, Overwatch pros that play at, you know, high DPI senses, or even just in general. I'm sure you'll find multiple players. It's not the majority by any means. It is a minority that plays of a high sensitivity, but they do exist. Well guys, I think there we have it. We've actually recorded 57 minutes worth of footage. Yikes. This was meant to be a 20-minute video. Rhea is saying, I used to play CSGO and CSS at 4000 DPI. I know flicks on that sentence can make you look like an aimbotter. And there you go. And yeah, I mean, like, honestly, when you flick off the way you can sometimes, like, there's the footage there where it shows him shooting the one target at the bottom of the robot, and it flicks up to the top for a second. Like, it's like, that's as simple as doing this with the mouse, and it's flicked off to the distance at that DPI, you know? Especially at, what was it, 86% sensitivity or something? Like, an insane number. So, I think that's about it, guys. So we're gonna take a day or two just to make it into an actual YouTube video, make the thumbnail for it, etc. But I feel we can confidently say this man is not hacking. This man just has excessive hours in the game at a very high DPI sensitivity. I feel that's one of the biggest factors into this that is not accounted by a lot of people who watch his gameplay, is the fact that this person plays at such an excessive DPI. Where their mouse is when not shooting at a target is near irrelevant because of how high of a sensitivity it is. He is reacting to the map, he is reacting to the sounds. If he sees that target, he's just moving to the target the best he can. And he hits his shots because he practices them constantly. You know, there's a reason why he always lands in Void, because he knows he lands there and he plays hard every single match. So, there we have it, guys. I'm gonna stop pressing record. Again, this is a video meant for healthy debate conversations. If you have a different opinion, you're allowed to have it. But at no point should you be attacking anyone in these videos for their opinions. So, Soulstain, give him a sub, say hello maybe. Don't be attacking him if he has a wrong opinion, or at least a different one than your own. Hopefully likewise for myself. And hopefully this footage will help some people in the community maybe realize that this person's a lot more legitimate than you're willing to give them credit for. And maybe it's about time to start laying off that person and allowing them to actually play the game that they've practiced so long to be in. So, that's about it, guys. I'm going to press stop on recording. Thank you again. Make a comment in the chat system, press like on the video, subscribe if you haven't. I'm aiming for the 1K goal now. I'd love to start monetizing some videos. And that's about it, guys. Cheers.
And I wanted to make it, I guess. You know I live with the criticisms. People are giving opinion, they put it upon a pedestal. A pen for your thoughts, but I never asked for change. My work ethic's ridiculous and yours is not the same.